On to the next video of my top 20 overall fantasy football quarterbacks. This video we're going over 11 through 20 and start over here at number 11. I'm going to go all the way up here with Caleb Williams as of right now. I know he's not probably looking the best, but I think he'll probably start getting things together, getting things underway. He just has so many weapons as of right now. We're talking about DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze, Cole Kmet. There's a lot of weapons, and then they also signed them a running back in DeAndre Swift. So overall, I think if he could just continue to learn and not have a big head, think he could just make all the throws in the NFL, just continue to let day by day go up, learn the playbook, learn everybody's tendencies, I think Caleb Williams could have a very good career. And as of right now, having all the weapons above him, he's going to get all the playing time. He is definitely the starter for the Chicago Bears. There is no question. There wasn't even trying to have no camp battles. It's going to be Caleb Williams' show. If he can do anything remotely to what he was able to do in college, he should be just fine as an NFL pro. Yes, I'm not terribly high on Caleb Williams, but I do like his landing spot a little bit more than Jaden Daniels, who we'll talk about a little bit later in the video. But I think the Bears have a lot more around them, right? Overall, do I think Jaden Daniels is a better quarterback than Caleb Williams? Absolutely, I do. I just think the landing spot for fantasy football-wise, it may be a little bit better right now for Caleb Williams. I might have to wait maybe later on in the offseason. That may change. This may flip-flop. A lot of things may go back and forth. But right now, at number 11, we have Caleb Williams. I think he has to just not have so many interceptions. Don't throw into tight windows. They're going to be a lot smaller in the NFL than they were in college. If he can learn that, he should be able to put up some fantasy points. I have to put him at number 11 for me. Coming at number 12, we're going over Brock Purdy. Again, somebody's tons of weapons, right? George Kittle at the tight end position. Deebo Samuel as of right now. Brandon Ayuk, Ricky Pearsall. There's weapons to be had. They just re-signed Juwan Jennings as well. And we can't forget about Christian McCaffrey, the best running back in the NFL in the backfield. Brock Purdy makes a lot of good decisions. He's a very good decision maker. Don't make a lot of bad plays, a lot of interceptions. He's there making the correct play. And for fantasy football, that's what you want. You don't want somebody going out there giving you interceptions, because that's going to be negative points on your team. And some of these leagues got like -4 points for an interception. You don't want that. Brock Purdy gives you a little bit more safety, right? Moving right along here, number 13, we're talking about Tua Tagovailoa. And again, he's got probably the most electric football player in the NFL, and Tyreek Hill could take something to the house on any given play. That in itself makes Tua a high pick. And here at number 13, I think that is a perfect spot for him. Jalen Waddle on the other side. They just signed Odell Beckham as well. They've got Raheem Mostert. They got Devon Achane, and they just drafted that rookie Jalen Wright in the backfield. So they're loaded back there, right? Jono Smith comes over from the Atlanta Falcons, now is the tight end for Miami. They don't really necessarily use the tight end too much in Miami. Tua doesn't really utilize that. So we really want to focus on the wide receiver core, and he have a very good wide receiver core. So I have to put Tua up here. I think he'll give you nice consistent points. There's going to be some games he's going to blow some points out of the window. Other games it's going to be kind of like, meh, he just had a good game. But that's going to be Tua for you, right? We spoke a little bit about earlier. We're going to move right along at number 14. Now we're going over Jaden Daniels. Yes, electric with LSU in the football. He's running for a lot of yards, throwing for a lot of yards. Will he be able to do that the same way with the Washington Commanders? I had to put him a couple slots below Caleb Williams because of the weapons. Yes, I do like Terry McLaurin, but Jahan Dotson, does he take a step forward? I know they got Zach Ertz at tight end. They drafted Ben Sinnott as well. Got a couple of people in the backfield. Brian Robinson Jr., Austin Eckler. Got some weapons back there. But what can Jaden Daniels do with this offense? You know, Cliff Kingsbury is going to be the player, pretty much, or the coach calling all the plays. Nice open type of scheme, and they want to use Jaden Daniels' strengths that he had in college. They want to be able to throw down the field and push the ball, push the tempo. We'll see if that happens in the NFL, and if so, Jaden Daniels could easily be launching himself up there in the top 10. He's got the skill set. We just have to wait and see. I just don't like all of his pieces around him. That's why I had to put him at number 14. Number 15, we're going over a nice quarterback over there with the Lions. That's Jared Goff. Signed a big, lucrative deal. So he is the man right now over there. There's a lot of weapons. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jamison Williams, Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs in the backfield, David Montgomery. They've got weapons everywhere, right? So Jared Goff gives you more of a safe floor, pocket passer guy. He's not going to get out there and get you a lot of rushing yards. He's not going to go out there and give you a huge boom game like a Lamar Jackson or Jalen Hurts or Josh Allen's going to give you. He's not going to give you any of those type of games. But again, consistency is key, and especially if you're playing in maybe like a best ball league or something like that. Mostly towards the end of the season, they got a nice schedule coming out there, right? As of right now in the offseason. So a lot of people are liking Jared Goff. If you can match him up there and team him up with Amon-Ra St. Brown, you've got a nice stack right there that you can work with fantasy football. Is going to do just fine for you. Coming here at number 16, we're talking about Kirk Cousins, now coming over there for the Vikings, now over there with the Falcons, and man, he's got a plethora of weapons. Yes, excuse me, he did leave Justin Jefferson. But what is he getting, right? We're getting a Kyle Pitts. We're getting a Drake London. We're getting a Bijan Robinson, right? They're getting a lot of other players. And don't forget, I like Darnell Mooney on the opposite side as well. I think Darnell Mooney could be a dark horse in this offense for fantasy points. But Kirk Cousins is going to do his thing. He's going to go out there and he's going to throw the football. Yeah, they did draft Michael Penix, but I don't think that's a reason for Kirk Cousins to look over his shoulder. That's why I still got Kirk at number 16. He's going to produce for fantasy football. He's done it when he was Washington. He done it when he was with Minnesota, and he's going to do it when he's with Atlanta. He's just that type of quarterback. He can throw the football. He's coming back from an injury. I think he's going to be just fine, and I think that all these weapons for Atlanta is going to kind of make people raise an eyebrow just a little bit and say, yeah, the Atlanta offense, they can put up some fantasy points. I like Kirk Cousins at 16. Coming at number 17, I've got Aaron Rodgers. I've got to go with Aaron Rodgers, right? I know he's coming back. Only played a play last year for the Jets, and then he got injured with the Achilles. Now he's back. Still has a premier wide receiver in Garrett Wilson. I like Breece Hall in the backfield. And who knows about Braylon Allen, that big old burly dude's like, ugh. He was a big old dude back there. But look, Aaron Rodgers is going to make it happen. He's tired of people, telling him, oh, this guy doesn't have it anymore. He's going to get pissed off. And I think it's going to happen this year. I think you're going to see Aaron Rodgers really start putting up those fantasy points. Maybe give us a little glimpse of what he had in the back, back in the day. I think he knows that his championship window is really, really close. And I think he's going to come out here and produce quite a few numbers and look for a sleeper horse. Probably be maybe like Tyler Conklin at tight end for the Jets. I think he could be a sleeper for this team as well. But look for Garrett Wilson to be a monster. And I mean, I know I kind of forgot about it, but Mike Williams on the other side, as long as he stay healthy. But let's just face it. Do you think Mike Williams is going to stay healthy? No, probably not. But if he does stay healthy, Mike Williams, Garrett Wilson, this could be a nice offense for Aaron Rodgers. Can't wait to see what they do here. So we're going to move right along here at number 18. We're going over with Trevor Lawrence, the guy who was painted to come into the NFL, be the next Andrew Luck. Going to be a monster. He really hasn't lived up to those type of expectations just as of yet. Yeah, he's been a decent fantasy quarterback and a decent NFL quarterback, but not what we expected him to be. Having that high floor, doesn't really have that, right? They drafted Brian Robinson Jr. coming here. Brian Thomas Jr. I'm sorry, from the wide receiver from LSU, 6'4", big body wide receiver. I really like this guy. They got Christian Kirk on the outside as well. They lost Calvin really don't have him anymore, but still got Evan Ingram, still got Travis Etienne. They're still got a lot of weapons around Trevor Lawrence, and he still can make it happen. I had to put him here at number 18. Number 19, I'm going Justin Herbert, right? And hear me out. I know he lost a lot, right? They lost Mike Williams. They lost Keenan Allen. Let's see. Quentin Johnson should be the number one. He's got to clean up some of those drops. That could be pretty good for Herbert. He's going to be able to throw the football. They drafted Ladd McConkey. Don't forget, we still got Joshua Palmer there as well. Don't really know what the tight end situation is going to be as of right now. And who knows what the running back situation is going to be as of right now. Could be Gus Edwards. Could be J.K. Dobbins. We just don't know. But at the end of the day, we do know they're going to be throwing the football. And they're probably going to be throwing the football quite a bit because they don't have a lot on that team. We just don't know who the pass catcher is going to be. If Quentin Johnson can finally step up and be the man, he was a highly touted wide receiver out of TCU. We have to remember that. He's got the talent. He's got to put it together and concentrate so he doesn't drop as many footballs. And I think Justin Herbert will benefit from that. Going in here at number 20, I had to slide him in here for us. I'm going Derek Carr. Now, we got to think about this. Derek Carr, not going to wow you with some of the numbers that he puts up, but he's able to put up those 300 yards if given the opportunity. His offensive line was absolutely putrid last year. I think they shored that up. They ended up getting Talise Fuaga in the draft. That's their first pick in the first round. I think that the offensive line is going to be able to keep Derek Carr up quite a bit. Chris Olave is the bona fide wide receiver there. Mike Thomas is now gone. You got Rashid Shaheed there and A.T. Perry. A lot of people don't know about A.T. Perry. I think he's going to be a sleeper as well. Juwan Johnson should continue to develop. I think they got Alvin Kamara in the backfield. Kendre Miller should start to develop and take over more of a role there in the running back position as well. I think there's weapons around Derek Carr good enough to make something happen. The Saints defense is good enough to keep the other offenses off the field. Should give Derek Carr more opportunities to score some fantasy points. Had to put him in at number 20 for me. But guys, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button. Most of the people watching this channel right now is not subscribed. Do yourself a favor and do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're really close to 1,000 subscribers. Guys, we're putting out videos each and every week, sometimes 3 to 4 videos every week to help you best prepare for your fantasy football drafts. And then even after the drafts, during the season, we help you with start and sit decisions. We're going to have live streams and videos out there to help you make the best decisions possible. I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.